heavyweight bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to us representing Team Benson with a record of 1 win and 3 losses. Fighting out of Augusta, Maine. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Cody Dular. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He comes to us representing Kenny's MMA with a record of 1 win and 5 losses. Fighting out of Lisbon, Maine. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to David Hart.
Thanks again to our ring announcer, Tom LeClaire. Ryan Stackpole, Giuliano Rossi again with you. We appreciate Killicam Arnold joining us here for the first handful of fights.
We got our 4th fight underway at 215 pounds, the catch weight. Cody in the blue, David in the red. Cody coming out.
Quick 1-2 combo, and then a leg kick by Dular. Both guys looking for their first win after their last first win, second win overall. Good shot there with a left there by Hart.
Yep. Both look pretty nice and loose and relaxed here. David coming out with a 1-2. Oh, looks like he stumbles Cody, lands right on top of him. In the half guard.
There is, but they can't find what the reason is.
Cody looking to reverse the rolls. I saw he's trying to hip bump here. Maneuvering towards the cage. Maybe he can push off the cage. He's trying to cage roll. Oh, and he does. Almost had it.
Great defensive positioning there from Hart, not allowing that one to be
Hart
almost like an
punches to the body.
Rope.
Trying to take the wind out of Cody.
And how much do those? Sometimes I know it's more superficial, but when you're in a position like that,
if you're breathing in and you get hit, you'll definitely be like, you'll feel it, you know.
So good back and forth stand up for about 30 seconds. The rest of the fight so far has been in this position. Hard on top, just trying to drain Dular. Just trying to push up there was Dular from underneath. You can see that with Hart weighing in at 208 yesterday. Still being able to use every bit of this body weight just to put more pressure on.
Yep. Last time we saw Cody Dular in the cage, he's coming off a loss, but I believe that was up in Bangor. I don't remember the exact NEF card.
Glory Days back on November 11th, 2023.
Yep, so a bit of a longer layoff for Cody, coming back into the NEF cage. So let's see what he's worked on since that fight. David Hart still in the full mount position on Cody.
Under 30 seconds left in round number 1. Fight number 4 of 12 scheduled. 3 professional fights coming up later on. Hart again just trying to put more and more pressure on. Last moments here. Round number 1, Dular and Hart, both fighters looking for their second victory of their amateur careers, and probably have to look at the first 3 minutes in that one and say David Hart probably won that round.
Yep. Very controlling, good on the ground, nice little light punches.
I've never seen 2 fighters so composed. They were standing about 20 feet away from each other just about a couple hours ago waiting to get into Aura.
Yep.
But both confident, both relaxed, and doing it in their own different ways. Of course, Hart, when you see him on the streets, a little bit more intimidating than the smile from Cody Dular, but both seem very confident in what they can do here in the cage, and we'll really see coming up in round number 2. I think this will be such a pivotal 3 minutes coming up.
Yeah, no, we'll see what differences Cody makes, if he wants to keep it standing or if David wants to bring it back to the feet.
A great night of fights. this Aura Arena, this nightclub, which has had so many great concerts and fights over the last handful of years, is pretty full too. I'm looking even at the floor over to our left, and it's pretty jam-packed. Crowd might have been late arriving, but when they did, they're in full force here tonight. Show respect there from Dular and Hart as they touch gloves, and we're back on the feet to start off round number 2.
David Hart coming over. Big slam by David.
And those punches
right back on his back.
Those punches to the side we talked about can be deflating, but so can a slam like that, especially if you're exhaling at the same moment. You can see a little bit of the labored breathing there from Dular.
Yeah, it looks like another punch right to the body by David. Going back into the full mount. Another body shot.
Good step over by Hart, trying to get a position. He's going to abandon it, though.
Oh.
A quick timeout here.
He's shaking his head. I don't know.
John English is going to take him away, put him into the corner.
Oh, man.
Oh, that cut is vicious. They're going to check on it. I wonder
if that was from the slam. Maybe they clashed heads.
That's the one problem, too, is if you've got any scar tissue, I had a car accident. If I get hit above my eye, that's why I'm not a mixed martial artist. That's the only reason, Julian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that thing can bleed like a stuck pig, and that might be the case exactly with Cody Dular. They are checking the IL. That's a scary look from that individual there, though, for Dular.
Especially as so these are still amateur fights, so they'll stop them quicker than they would a professional fight.
That does look pretty deep, too, and you have to imagine, Giuliano, I think you nailed it. Probably a clash of heads on the slam.
Yep. Unfortunate way to end the fight if it happens to end, but...
Look at the blood, though, coming back behind the left ear of Cody Dular.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
I don't... Unless they can get
That's a big cut.
Yeah, unless they get this cleaned up, I don't see any way they can continue this one. There's just so much blood coming from that left eye.
He's going to put him back down. The fight continues.
Wow.
And he embraces him as they start back up in half control, half guard.
Fans love it, too. They love that. They want to see this scrap, and they want to see this go.
David goes right into full mount from side control.
Keep being conscious of that eye just to see if it does continue to bleed. It doesn't look too bad
Cody
right
looking
now.
to roll him over. Little reversal there from Cody.
Hart shoves that glove right in Dular's face for the moment, but first time Dular's actually been in a good, favorable top position here as he's now on the side of Hart.
Yep. David using his knee as a shield to prevent Cody from furthering his position.
Both fighters trying to move up in their position on Tapology in the middleweight ranks, so this is fought at 215, catchweight bout. Dular, the number 39th ranked amateur middleweight in all of New England. Well, Hart 41 right now. Crowd seeming uneasy, just waiting to see something happen here.
Yeah.
You imagine there's going to be a little bit of an explosion here, or it's going to be the end of the round.
Yeah, I don't know where the clock went.
Hart seems fairly content, just trying to work out of this position, not trying to thrust up like we saw Dular doing from underneath. Punches down, staying busy as Dular. Favorable position here. Even though the cut, he's trying to see if he can win round number 2.
Yeah, you know, the first round, Cody was on his back. Now we're in the second round, and Cody is on top. David's on his back, so could be 1-1.
It's hard to tell, too, whether or not the judges think that cut on the eye after that slam from Hart is enough to really give him that round, or if this activity and being in this positions might be able to steal one for Dular.
Yep.
Bell rings, and we head to the third and final round here. This one, we'll have our back-to-back fights going to that third round after 2 pretty quick finishes. Get to see that cut. It did look like it closed up pretty nice, and I'm not sure the healing abilities of Cody Dular, but doesn't have a ton of blood emanating from that left eye.
It looks like they cleaned it up pretty good. Big gash.
Reminds me a little bit of Brett Martin, who we'll see, the middleweight champion. They call him Mad Eye because he had a cut very similar to that, and he said it's still affecting him a little bit in his vision. Not necessarily that he can't see out of his eye, but his eye doesn't necessarily work the same way as it did before. So.
Interesting.
Hart looking a little bit more gassed than his competitor here in Dular. The beard game on point for Mr. Hart, though. As both guys saying to get this Aura crowd up and on their feet and excited. And here we go for round number 3. Dular on the left in the yellow shorts, black for David Hart. Hart 1-5 looking for his second victory. 1-3 for Dular. Again, thanks for joining us on CombatSportsNow.com. Ryan Stackpole, Giuliano Rossi here. Both guys standing still, but very tenuous, trying to make that big move. But you can just feel the anticipation that something's going to happen here with a big strike.
Both definitely one's waiting for the other to go. But, smoked him right down to the floor with one shot.
Now
David Hart all over him.
Now we see if Hart can finish him off. He's gotten to this position before, now just pounding. He's got to be careful of the back of the
Big
head.
hammer fist.
And it's all
David
over.
Hart.
David Hart moves to 2-5. We have another knockout. And again, precipitated with that straight right that knocked him right
Just
to his
like you said, the waiting for that bomb to go off. And David Hart throws a massive, I believe it was an overhand right.
Yeah.
Lands right on Cody Dular, drops him right down to the canvas. Incredible knockout by David Hart.
Well, we talked about it before in the first fight. 2 debuting fighters going out there in that adrenaline dump. David Hart just dumped a whole bunch of adrenaline trying to get through that one, but what a show of respect between Hart and Dular right there.
Yep.
Embracing each other, and that's definitely one that you're going to put onto your career when you're writing the story for Cody Dular, Dular and also David Hart. That was about to be had.
Yep. David Hart advances to 2-5 here with another knockout.
Gotta love the music too. Little old school for David Hart. Picks up the victory. Now has won 2 of his last 3 fights too, and I imagine he's gonna stay pretty active and get back out there. But with that, we'll now get the official announcement.
Now for a heavyweight bout winner, coming with 53 seconds in round 3 via TKO, David Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, David Hart. Phenomenal performance there, brother. You stole the game on the ground, man. And then that big TKO knockout, dude. Talk us through that.
Well, first thing, I'm fucking tired. But I just want to say this one goes out to my pregnant wife. And yeah, Cody's a beast. He's strong. I knew I had more cardio, barely. But yeah, that's it, man.
Awesome, brother. What's next for you?
I'm not really sure. Just going to talk to my coach and we'll figure it out.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David Hart.